Hey guys and gals, welcome to the Pip and Run Market Outlook, brought to you by the Elite Traders University, www.elitetradersuniversity.com. And boy, we have an exciting show today for this week starting February 24th, 2019. I mean, we have trade talks with China coming to a head there. We also have a BREXIT vote coming on that could impact the British pound. And we also have North Korean talks as well about denuclearization. So lots of stuff that could really get the markets really moving and give us some needed volatility in this market. Before we get started, let me direct your attention to the risk disclosure on your screen. Make sure you understand all the risks associated with foreign exchange trade before we get started. And for those of you who don't know who I am, again, hello, my name is Greg McLeod, and I am the CEO and founder of the Elite Traders University. I'm a 23-year trading veteran. I trade options, futures, stocks, Forex, and crypto. And I spent 8 years as a currency analyst at one of the world's largest Forex brokers in the world, FXCM. And I'm a published author. I have works on Yahoo Finance Daily, FX, and FX Street. And so not only that, I worked at Prop Trading Desk and Bank of America. So I have a unique insight of being, working with the insiders and working on Wall Street. And so I'm happy to be able to share with you my expertise, my knowledge, and my insights about what's going on in the market. I've also trained thousands of people worldwide, and I hold a lifetime California teacher's license for as an instructor in public education. So with that, now you know who I am. Let's go and get started and get you started with the markets for this week. And our objective is to create a weekly Forex trading game plan and develop a Forex scalping map and identify the best pairs to trade for the week. Okay? And what we're going to be doing is we're going to cover, our agenda is kind of thick, so we're going to try to get through this really quickly so you can get into the markets because they're already underway in Wellington, New Zealand, and the Tokyo and Australian market. So we're going to get you prepared for that. So we have the US dollar index we're going to talk about, then the euro, the single unit currency, also the British pound, the pound versus US dollar, which is called cable, Aussie dollar, dollar yen, dollar CAD, gold, silver, oil, S&P 500, and we'll talk about some economic releases and some world news and some headlines. So before we get started, I want to go ahead and let you know that we are having a special Pip and Run Forex Scalping Boot Camp scholarship special for the month of February, if you haven't heard, and involves a lot of different things, all kinds of goodies, which we'll talk about when we do our wrap up. But it's going to be group coaching, a VIP scalpers chat room, chart room, 10 video modules, my access to my Forex Heatmap, which is my tool that I use for finding high probability opportunities. Plus, you're going to get a 42-page Pip and Run ebook, premium email support, bonus one-on-one private coaching calls, and also my Pip and Run secret indicators and templates for MT4 and for C-Trader. And we're going to have a 50% scholarship to the first 5 students that click the link and log in. So let's go ahead and talk about the markets. All right. So let's go ahead and pull them up. And let me go ahead and give you that link to www.elitetradersuniversity.com/apply. Go ahead and click that, and you can fill that out. And the first 5 people will be eligible for the 50% scholarship. Now to the charts. Now we're going to go over to my Forex Heatmap, my #1 place for finding news information, and also using my proprietary tool, my top secret, my Forex Heatmap. And you can get a free trial for $1. Best buck you'll ever spend. I'm going to log in and click the members login button and go ahead and let's take a look at, actually, let's see what's happening right now. We'll go ahead and click the My Forex Heatmap tab and we'll scroll on through, and we have the Kiwi Yen and Aussie Yen, Kiwi Swiss, Kiwi CAD, all in the top spots. So everything in Australia and New Zealand are in the top spots, along with the pound yen up 0.13%. Top spot is held by the Kiwi Yen at 0.25%. Now this is my Forex Heatmap, and it arranges currencies by percentage change. It tells you what's hopping, what's popping, what's dropping, and what's not in the market. The green, the tiles in green are currency pairs and financial instruments which are in an uptrend. The red ones are in a downtrend. Okay, and then the ones that are in the black are like moving sideways. Okay, not really moving, not moving up. So what happens is, as these pairs are moving up and breaking out, you'll see the tiles move up and change color, or move down and change color. Pretty nifty, pretty convenient, so that way you can know what's going on in the market. But again, I want to always start with the economic calendar. It's part of my taking stock of what's going on in the world around me. And we did have some New Zealand retail sales that came out, and that's probably why we got this big move up in the Kiwi as well. Retail sales was looking good. Okay, but for this week we've got we got a lot of U.S. data and wholesale inventories, Dallas Fed Manufacturing Index. I'm going to filter these actually by medium and high. That way we can go through this pretty quickly. You should check the news before just like looking both ways before you cross the street. You really need to check the economic news. So we're just going to do this really quickly, and it doesn't take a whole lot. You can go to my Forex Heatmap, use the economic calendar here, and see what's coming up. And if you're trading a currency pair which has news coming up, then beware, watch out, because boom, you can get sideswiped by news. So you want to watch what's going on, right? So again, you got some housing data coming up at 9. You also have consumer confidence coming out at 10. And then you have a lot of New Zealand data, exports and imports coming up. And China's been beefing up some stuff with other countries. And then like we had the big embargo of coal, Australian coal, and China didn't want to take any more coal from Australia, and the Australian dollar plummeted. So a lot of people got taken in by that Australian dollar. Those longs got taken advantage of. They didn't see what was coming. In Pip and Run, we have forecasting ability to be able to forecast things like that using proprietary chart techniques. So you want to check that out. But so big data coming out on Tuesday. That's going to be Case-Shiller Home Index, housing starts, all dealing with housing. Housing is a big driver of currency values. So we want to be watching that in the 8:30 news cycle, and there's a 10 o'clock news cycle. Now the Case-Shiller Home Index comes out at 9. Now moving on to Monday, we don't have a whole lot. We do have Governor Carney's speech from the UK, and that's going to be high impact. So if he talks the pound down because of Brexit fears. Remember, Brexit vote's coming up, and Theresa May is pushing for a delay, and then the EU's wants to delay. Like, look, we're gonna give you 21 months. How about that? They're not gonna delay it a week. They're gonna delay it for 21 months. Which is a really long time. So that could give the pound a relief rally there. Okay, Wednesday we have a lot of Canadian data, consumer price index, and consumer price index core month on month. And if we see a rise in inflation, that could strengthen the Canadian dollar, and especially against the US dollar, because the Fed is probably going to stand aside and not raise rates, and that could be bad for the dollar, but good for the Canadian dollar and good for the euro as well, which we'll look at some charts, because the charts will tell us a story along and then confirm these fundamentals. Okay, durable good orders without defense, and the durable goods are like refrigerators and TVs, things, more like aircraft, big objects that take a little bit of time to put together. Maybe not TVs. TVs they can kind of put together pretty fast. That's why they're so cheap. But it's something that takes like a long time to build. So if we have lots of good durable goods orders, then that could be very good for the U.S. economy, and that will be good for a lot of other currencies as well. Because the dollar is like a fear currency, so just because there's good news in the U.S. economy doesn't mean that it will positively impact the U.S. dollar. Okay, I know it's kind of confusing. It's a lot different than other currencies. If the Australian economy is going well, then the Australian dollar goes up, right? And the New Zealand economy goes up, and then that is doing well, then their New Zealand dollar go up. But in the U.S., it's just the opposite. When we have a strong economy, we're buying a lot of imported goods, and that's good for other currencies, and the dollar drops. So you'll see that. Okay. Thursday we have some data out of the Switzerland, but I don't necessarily trade that currency that often. They do a lot of manipulation, especially after the Swiss National Bank depegged the Swiss franc to the euro. It's just been kind of like off my radar. But I do look at German data because Germany is one of the largest economies in the Eurozone, and they have harmonized index of consumer prices coming up, and that could impact the euro. Then we have jobless claims and GDP coming out for the US, so that's a big one. It's projected that GDP will be a little bit lower than the projected target that Trump wanted to see. You're giving the government slowdown. Hello, that's probably why we have the GDP dropping a little bit, right? All right. We got core personal consumption expenditures coming out too. Chicago Purchasing Managers Index, and moving on to Friday, lots of euro. We have unemployment data out of the Eurozone, unemployment rate, and market manufacturing coming out as well. Then we have personal consumption, core personal expenditures, and personal spending, all coming out at 8:30. So what you want to do is position yourself in the euro, because that's the anti-dollar, right? So sometimes what we'll see is negative or positive data might impact the euro. So you want to maybe wait for an hour after or 30 minutes after the news comes out, and then jump in on the euro and let the market tell you the direction and go ahead and follow. That's called like a news feed strategy. Okay. All right. So we got across the news. We got a lot of stuff coming up, but let's go ahead and get to the charts. And we have charts here in my Forex Heatmap. Oh, let's check the holidays. See if there's any big holidays coming up that we don't know about. Sometimes it might be a holiday that could cause liquidity to drop, and nothing going on. It's like, hey, Andalusia Day in Spain. All right, great. Then we have some other holidays here that we can see, and St. Patrick's Day. There you go. Yeah, in the UK. Awesome. All right. Central bank rates. Okay. And we go to charts. Let's go to the charts. Okay. And what I like starting with is the US dollar index. US dollar index is a basket of currencies versus the US dollar. And we'll go ahead and check that out, and then we can see. I start off a daily chart. Maybe even go higher out to a weekly chart and go off to a. There we go. And I'm going to get rid of the volume because really there's no centralized volume on for Forex. And we can see this weekly chart that we've made higher highs and higher lows. And we can see a nice trend line break. We broke the trend line here. And then we rallied back above the trend line and we broke it again. And so we've got a little bit of something going on here where the dollar may roll over and play dead. Okay. And that's a technical term. So here we go. We got this is the dollar index. He's going, Greg, we don't really trade the dollar. Like, well, you do, because guess what? You trade the Aussie dollar or the New Zealand dollar. Dollar versus the US, dollar versus the Canadian dollar. So you can trade the majors. That's what they're called, majors, because they're versus the US dollar. And we can see we had a rally down to broke the trend line, rose above the trend line. This trend line is still active. We broke below it and we're testing, right? And if we say, okay, well, this trend line is broken, it's in dollars. Well, this price is still respecting it. We can draw a new trend line here. And we can say, okay, we got a break of this area here. We're making lower swing highs and lower swing lows, right? We did make a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low. And so let's drop down to an hour chart. And we can see, looks kind of bearish to me. There we go. Nice trend line break there. And we could probably see drop. This is, we could draw that tight a little bit down there. Okay, and what does this mean? Well, it means I'll probably want to be long euro. Okay, I probably want to be long New Zealand dollar. I probably want to be long Australian dollar. Why? Because it has USD in the back, right? And then pairs that I'm like the dollar CAD that has USD in the front. I want to be short those. Okay. In fact, let's take a look. Let's see if Greg is right. Okay, let's go back to our daily. Let's our 50,000 foot view. We're gonna start with that weekly. Oh, come on. week, oh, monthly. That's really good, right? We're out there out in the scurries, right? It doesn't look like a whole lot. Guys, these are monthly candles, and we've just been moving sideways for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just sideways consolidation. Boring. However, there are trading opportunities if we go down to my world, the 5-minute chart, right? Which is, weekly chart. I mean, buy support, sell resistance, buy support, sell resistance. This is like the market in 1995, guys. This is just a sideways consolidation. If we go all the way back to 1995, volatility is like, there is no volatility, right? You just play the range. You go long at support, you sell at resistance, rinse, wash, and repeat. Actually, it's a pretty safe way to trade in this kind of a market. Not unless you get like Bitcoin, which just breaks out and goes bonkers, right? Let's take a look at that. Now that I brought it up, I got to credit Asha in my group for bringing it out to me. BTC USD, and I mean, we got this on the, gotta go that hour. I mean, look at that. Talking about market manipulation. Oh my goodness. Breakout north, breakout south. Hello. Talking about rinse, wash, and repeat, like washout. Wipe out. Okay, yeah, that's, spike up, spike down. I mean, ooh, ugly. Ether same way, guys, because it forked, and you got this new currency with Constantinople. Hey, give me some Constant or some Nopal or Opal or Connie. I don't know. How do you shorten Ether? Ethereum, you can shorten it up. You say Ether, all right? Bitcoin, BTC, but Constantinople. Can't stand, I don't know. Anyway, hey, you know what? In the chat box, enter below your shorten the nickname for Constantinople. Can't stand this anyway. But look at that. Breakout north, breakout south. Anyway, this is not a crypto. I don't necessarily talk about crypto, but a move like that is something noticeable no matter what market you trade, right? But going back to Euro USD. And let's see, what's the game plan here? My goodness, look at this. It is just range bound, range bound. Drop on down, 5-minute chart. There you go. Drop on down, lower, 1-minute chart. All right, there you go, right? Micro world, and just buying support, selling resistance, and you find where we find support. Hello. Not jockstrap support here, the support, right? Get the support there, boom, 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 support, buying support, selling resistance, buying at one spot 3300, whole number, round number, and look for, it coming back to the top of the range, right? And you use Bollinger Bands or whatever, because this is pretty much, I mean, overshoot there. I mean, you throw RSI on there. I mean, you could have a lot of fun with this, guys. If you go to the lower time frame, if you're looking at a upper time frame, it looks pretty scary and messy. But actually, it's a lot, buy support, sell resistance. That's the name of the game, guys. And it's going to react whoever tweets or whoever makes a move, whatever. It's not going to make any difference because there's not enough. Central banks are not giving us any clue. I mean, RBA, the Reserve Bank of Australia, goes, oh, well, it could go up and it could go down. We could raise rates and we could lower rates. Thanks for nada. Por nada. You have nothing to offer us, right? Anyway, let's keep going. And you're probably going to see the same theme for this, of this. You're like, okay, Greg, this is really helpful. I'm not learning anything, guys. It's like, look, just work with me, okay? This is... we're dealing with a market that is like I said, I've been trading since 95, and I remember it was like sideways consolidation, right? The average daily range of the euro was like, 76 pips. So guess what? History repeats itself. I don't want Z, I want GBP USD. Let's go. Bam. All right. So there we go. There's a daily chart of that. And we can see higher swing highs, higher swing lows. I mean, nice bounce off the 2900 banker support, whole number, round number, and now we're at banker support again. 200 pips later, one spot 3100, whole number, round number, a lower high, a higher low, It's very indecisive right there, right? But look at these candles. Day, 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 day. 4 days of just really tight ranges. And usually we go into a tight range, we break out. But how much could we possibly break out? Let's take a look. Let's drop down to a 4-hour chart. Higher swing highs, higher swing lows. We do have some type of a trend line working out here. You know, I think we get some type of a relief rally out of the euro. I mean, out of the pound, I'm sorry. This is cable. Pound versus USD. And because, remember, Dixie, or the dollar index, is like rolling over. US dollar index is rolling over. And so we could see higher highs. And I'm bullish on the British pound. It looks like we have a high and tight flag. You know, it looks like we have a flag pattern to the north side on the 4-hour chart. Looks like we could probably take a target of about the 1.3219 whole right there. Whole number round number is just a little bit shy. Actually, 1.3250. So there's some other targets right in there. 3150 right in there. So there's lots of intermediate targets where you can like shoot for and take profit at each level. And these levels correspond to these back levels. And I always tell my traders, hey, look left, trade right. And we have a nice little stair step pattern. Back it up some more, and you can see ever since we put this double bottom in the extreme wick, we've been bullish against this this wick, right? So we can look at possibles of bullish pound versus US dollar. Remember, we looked at the dollar index, and it looked like it was rolling over. Okay, and we do have Fed Speaker Powell. He's going to be talking, testifying before Congress. And if he comes up really dovish, then he's if that occurs, then the dollar should roll over really good. Look at the Aussies already popping it from after that big, huge move based on the coal fiasco with China. China basically firing a warning shot. It's like, look, don't mess with us. You want to ban Huawei from distributing 5G stuff? Well, we'll just stop buying your raw materials. Okay, so I'm looking at, but you know, just a warning shot because look, it rallied back. I'm sure they'll kiss and make up. And we can see some upper moves. I think we get back to like 7,300 on the Australian dollar, and I mean we're breaking out lots of green candles, one little red candle. Let's drop down to 1-hour chart. Look at that, nice higher highs and higher lows. I'm a buyer of the Australian dollar. I love it. I scalped it to the downside, scalped it to the upside. You guys saw it. I posted it, what I did, and like I said, I can teach you too. You can always register and sign up. I'm already got about four spots left right now for that 50% scholarship for Pip and Run Forex Boot Camp. And love to have you aboard and get you the skills you need to pay the bills, right? All right, there we go. Aussie dollar. Let's keep on moving, keep it spicy, keep it rolling. USD JPY. Start from the 50,000 foot view. I follow this. I have a trader's checklist. And then make sure you check the box if you want the trader's checklist. And that's what I go through each time when I approach the markets. And I love taking a look at that 50,000 foot view, taking a look at what's going on. And we can see long wick down here to the 104.57, retesting the lows of the 19th of March 2018. And boom, we got basically a double bottom there. And basically a double top. I mean, our top of the range is 114.48. That's where we look for price to head to continue. That these guys that got long down here are probably not going to give up until we get to that 114, almost 114.50. That's a banker's level, 14 to 50, the 50 area. Whole number round number 14.002, and also 112.00. So lots of whole number round number areas to take profit. And then ultimately, you know, we could probably we could top there and drop. Dollar yen is kind of an odd cap because you would say, well, Greg, you know, it's a dollar. How come this is, you know, why would this continue to go up? Well, it's the yen, and the yen, there's zero interest rates in Japan, negative. I'm sorry, not zero. They wish they were zero. They're like negative interest rates in Japan. And so the US dollar is still a high yielding currency relative to the yen, and US bonds would be pretty safe place to move money. So we could probably see, maybe even a touch of 118 on the dollar yen. But lots of congestion here. We might even see a rejection there. Okay, so love to see that move up into this old congestion zone. Now, if it broke 114.50, then I would look at 118. Okay, but again, the dollar is up against the ropes, but it's probably more against the ropes here with the CAD. And Saudi Arabia is cutting their oil production. That's going to put more money into the shale, U.S. shale, and also and Canada. Canada is one of the largest exporters of oil to the United States. And so as we have weaned ourselves off of out of Middle Eastern oil, we still need some different types of oil. Like you get the light sweet crude, the one that's low sulfur, and we used to get from Nigeria. Now we get it, we're gonna maybe get some from Canada. Okay, now let's go ahead, and we probably see maybe 120 over time. All right, we have a lower basically we have this bearish channel, right? This is kind of like a bear flag pattern on the weekly. But if you short it here, it went up, right? So ideally you like to short it high and then look for a trend line break. And if we do break the trend line, again, I like confirmation. I want to see, show me the money. Jerry Maguire, show me the money. I want to see a break. I want to see a break of that trend line. I want to see a break down below support, about below the 130.50 area. We break 130.50, then we can start seeing a move down. And if we tie that to oil, we would see oil go up along with this as well. Okay, but we're not there yet. I really should put them back to back, because I got dollar CAD and I go to gold, silver, and oil. But really, I can go dollar CAD and let's go right to oil. Let's go to oil. So I'm going to go to US oil, right? And there you go. And there's our oil weekly chart. Look at that, straight down, just red. This is, lots of production, a lot of oversupply, but then boom, we came back down to this old low, 42.22 that we got around the June 19th, 2017. So we got a nice little double bottom there. And so markets like historical supports and resistance, and we bounced straight up off that area. And if we're at 57.22, I think we go much higher, maybe in the 64 area. We can take a Fibonacci from the swing high to the low, go from the top to the bottom, play your Drake song backward from the bottom to the top, and now we're here from the top to the bottom and reverse. There you go. We got a 50% retracement at 60.11, 64.19 is a 618, and usually what happens, this could keep going. We have a V bottom. When we have V bottoms, we can retrace all of this move, and since this is a double bottom, the target of the old double bottom is the old high. That takes us back into the $76 range, right? So might not get there right away, but as the dollar since commodities are priced in US dollars, as the US dollar falls in value, you will see a rise in oil, a rise in gold, a rise in silver, a rise in copper, a rise in your basic materials and commodities, because the dollar is losing its purchasing power to be able to buy that stuff. Okay, so that is what we can expect, and especially this ties in with a stronger Canadian dollar. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's look at gold. Let's look at what's going on with gold. XAU USD. All right, and let's start off that weekly chart. And we can see that we came up to the 1350, the round number ends in 50, 50. Lots of congestion there, but is this a permanent zone? We've tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, 8 times. Oh, then we tested it back here. I think we break. Once we break 1350, I think we roll much higher. I think we gotta Got the inverted head and shoulders here, and we got this big drop from 1600 will probably be tested and retraced, right? As the dollar continues to weaken, you know, we can see our interest back in gold. I say we see 1600 in gold, and not too far. Once we break this 1350 area, I think it's off to the races. Maybe not right away, but you know, maybe the 1386, you know, 1372. Maybe we pull back a little bit. I mean, we could start. I would look for a break above 1332 to start building longs in gold. Okay, silver, the poor man's gold, XAG USD. Take a look there, and we can back it out again to that weekly time frame. Get out there, and we can see after this big drop, we had double bottom around the 14 and a quarter area, and we could probably get up to like 2087 over time. Probably not right away, but you know, we put another double bottom there. Lots of congestion in the 1632 area. So we're at 1591. That's another buck 30 or so between friends. We can see the silver get there. Okay, let's look at the S&P 500, and I go SPX, S&P 500. V bottom, guys. I tell you, it's a V bottom. I know I was looking for prices to get caught in this congestion zone and for prices to reverse in a bear market rally. I don't think this is a bear market rally. I think the retail people are talking bear market rally. I think the smart money, institutional money, are going to take this thing and blow it out above 3,000, the S&P 500. We might see a little bit of a pullback, but I think once we clear this 2792 around right in there, the 2800, a whole number, round number, we break that. We're going to trigger a bunch of stops, and that's going to create a short squeeze rally up, right? And you know, let's get back. Can't go down to a day chart. Yeah. So I mean, we get these little pullbacks, but they're very shallow. And this V bottom was just a 3-wave correction against the trend. 1, 2, 3. That's our ABC. That's so now we can continue an uptrend. Now would violate and we break 2300. Yeah, okay, we go down farther, but we are violating all kinds of I mean, I think we'd be in the safe zone if we can break out above 2797, get up to 2900, and then we break any of the EW people that think, hey, well, wave 4 can't come into wave 1, blah blah blah. Anyway, by the time those guys get right, this thing will break north. Okay, so that is that for the charts. Again, looking for dollar to roll over. I'm looking for the pound to rally to new highs in some type of a relief rally, and look for for Powell to basically talk the currency down, the dollar down, be a little bit more dovish, and look for this nuclear deal. Whether Korea cuts nuclear weapons or not, I still think they're gonna say it's a deal because it makes everybody look good. Hey, look, we negotiated a deal, okay? But it's a perception, guys. And if investors perceive that everything is cool, China is cool and Korea is cool and Theresa May and the Brexiters are cool, they extended for 21 days, then guess what? We have the perfect storm for a continued rally in equities, continued rally in every currency against the US dollar and the yen, right? Okay. Oh, pound yen. No, don't forget. I got see, I have a space in my heart for pound yen. GBP JPY. I don't think I have it on there. Okay. But it's kind of tracks the pound, the cable, and you got a nice little double top there that looks like a double top. But this thing is struggling after what 1, 2, 3, 4 days of trying to drop. We're still at this critical area, this 144.94 or basically 145 round number, and then so we're looking for a break. We can break one if we can break 145, 145 and a quarter. then we go much higher, right? We go much higher. We could probably go back to 150. Really powerful move. You know, people that were looking for this thing to drop after 142, they got smoked. A double bottom there at 4107, round number again at the 4100. Now, if you want to find out more about you know, those round numbers, in that there's a training out there called Make Impact Money Now. I think that's what it's called, right? And yeah, Make Impact Money, bit.ly, and I'll pop it in there too, in the chat box, or I'll pop it right here. Okay, it's bit.ly/make impact money, and we can make that a little bit larger for you, because you probably say, Greg, I can't see this thing. Dude, come on, dude. I go, man, this is not Jitterbug, you know, like one of those phones where you can barely, the big giant buttons, right? So Make Impact Money right there. You watch that training, and it talks about banker support, talks about currency strength, institutional order flow. It's about the mop, okay? It's all about the mop. You got how I mop up pips with mop. M stands for taking a look at the market condition, looking at the market. O, order flow for institutions. P, looking for precision entries. And the other P, well, consistent practice. So the mop, that's how we make impact money. Go ahead and click that, register for the video and for the training. Go ahead and watch that. And again, you can get a free private session with me by clicking the link. You can win one. Just go ahead and see if you are a winner. And then we'll go ahead and schedule a call with you, and then give you a game plan for 2019. It's still not too late to get it done, guys. Get this Forex stuff done so you can make some money and kick back on the beach. Come on now. Stop wasting your time. Go ahead and click that link. And again, we're having a 50% discount for all those people that would like to, or not everyone, but it's 5 people. I'm crazy. I'm insane, but I'm not crazy, right? Again, the Pip and Run Forex Scalping Boot Camp is available to you, and it consists of group coaching with me. You spend 2 hours with me, picking my brains for 2 hours. I'm going to give you everything to help you become a successful trader, so you can take the cash out of the market, so you can Pip and Run. And I would love to have a case study. You know, that's the whole idea, invest in you. So you invest in me, invest in the training, I invest in you, and then you become a case study. You'll be able to live the life of your dreams instead of someone else's dreams, you know, worrying about employees, with overhead, with equipment, with employees that don't want to do right. It's like, you know what? I just have a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection. Press the button to make money, guys. All right? One extra $200, $500, $1,000 a day will do for you in the Forex market if you had a consistent. And guys, you've been watching me for like 12, 15 years. You know that I've been pressing the button to make money for a long, long time. So this is your chance. I probably, you know, people say, well, Greg, you never advertise your course. I go, yeah, I don't, do I? Okay, well, you know, I'm going to take this time. And people say, well, Greg, you're kind of like selling stuff. Like, well, I haven't done it in years, so cut me some slack. Okay, now, so let me tell you what you'll get. I'll give you the irresistible offer that you can't refuse. I'll make you an offer that you can't refuse, right? Group coaching with me, yours truly, right? 22-year, 23-year trading veteran, VIP scalpers chart room. We don't just talk about fuzzy kittens, which fuzzy kittens are nice. We basically talk about charts, about making money, looking at the patterns that make up the Pip and Run system. 10+ video modules, which I explain it. You can replay it, you can watch it on your phone, you can just take your time with those materials. And then there's the My Forex Heatmap, and you saw how powerful that tool is. Lots of stuff to help you find what's popping, what's hopping, what's dropping, what's not in the market. And not only that, you get the 42-page ebook. And if you don't like reading, I'm an English major, but no, reading is like, okay. But I wrote with big print and lots of pictures, and to show you step by step how to execute the Pip and Run system so you can make the money that you want to make in the market, make money at will, wake up, press the button, and turn it off. You know, some of my trades last an hour, some that's like 20 minutes, you know. How many of you guys are like staying up all night staring at the charts and not picking up anything? You know, it kind of sucks. You know, you want to stop that, get off your program and get on my program. All right. So there's premium email support. By the time you read the ebook and you probably do a couple of trades and you're like, oh, I don't need this. Is it really, Greg? That easy? It's like so easy that my 14-year-old daughters can do it. Come on now. I had an 85-year-old father-in-law, God rest his soul, and they do it too. So you can do it too. I had a one-armed trucker do it. I had someone that was legally blind that can do it. God, if they can do it, what's your excuse, right? And not only that, I'm going to throw in bonus one-on-one private coaching calls that you'll have with me. Talk to me on the phone. We get on Skype or get on Zoom, and it's me and you in the room, like talking, what's going on, dude? What is wrong with you? Is this easy? Come on, let's do this thing. And you're okay, yeah. You know, because a lot of times you don't have anyone to talk to. Your wife don't want to hear about your trading. Your dog don't want to hear about your trading. Your kids don't want to hear about your trading. Your coworkers don't want to hear about your trading. You don't want to hear about your trading. But sometimes you want to talk to someone who knows and understands you, what you're going through, and how you can get to the next level. Okay, so that's what I offer with this. And not only that, I'm going to give you the Pip and Run secret indicators and templates that I don't display publicly, but you will get them as a Pip and Run Scalping Bootcamp member, okay? And not only that, I'm going to offer a 50% scholarship to the first 5 students that fills out the application. So make sure you ask for your 50% scholarship, and I'll see you on the other side, guys. I mean, this is all this to help you become successful. I have clients that have made, you know, 100,000, 200,000, 8.9 million. It's like, what's your excuse not to get involved? Again, this is the link, www.elitetradersuniversity.com/apply. First 5 people apply. Anyone else after that, so sorry, full price, sorry. Anyway, clarity, consistency, and confidence equals results. If you are not clear, not consistent, and not confident, then you need to click this link and act now. Stop wasting time. Don't wait 5 years before you get in contact with me and blow your money with everybody else that's putting up a YouTube ad saying that they can help you, and they can't even help themselves. And I have a track record, guys. I have a track record. I help people, and you want to be with someone that can help others, because if they can help others, they can help you. You can do it. I believe in you. I love you and want to see you on the other side, making as much money as you want, anytime you want, from any place in the world you want, with your laptop, with your phone. And that's my promise to you, that I will commit to you 1,000% to help you reach your goal. All right. So guys, I wish you all the best. And again, click the link, apply, and we'll see you on the other side. Peace and pips. Happy pipping. This is Greg McLeod from Elite Traders University and the Pip and Run Bootcamp. Signing out. Talk to you later. Bye.
If you felt a spark here and want to see how these principles can be used in your own trading, go to www.elitetradersuniversity.com/apply to book a free session with our team. We have helped hundreds of people remove the frustration and obstacles in trading to become consistent, highly profitable traders. These are proven principles that just work. Happy pipping!